Good morning. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 5063. I'm playing. episode number four of the Road Dog Coffee Podcast. Good Thursday morning. We appreciate everybody for hanging out with us here for a little bit. As y'all can see, we have the wonderful Polly Trotter with us from Bennett Family Companies. She's going to hang out with us for the next half hour, and we are just going to talk about a whole bunch of randomness and coffee, just like we have been for the last 3 weeks. So y'all sit back, go fill your cup up, stick around for the next 25 seconds. Let us roll this cool intro video, and we'll see you back here in a minute. Good morning, Mr. Squire, Mrs. Trotter. How are y'all?
Great. How are you doing this morning?
I am wonderful as always.
All right.
Fantastic. I'm just like Spencer. I'm wonderful now that we're here chilling. Got our coffee cups filled up, and we're ready to have a good little show here. But we're going to start it off like we have been every show. I think we're just going to keep making this a thing. And what are you drinking, Spencer? What kind of coffee are you drinking?
Not that it's Cancer Awareness Month, okay? It has nothing to do with that, but actually the Women Truckers coffee, because I just love, that's one of my favorite coffees in the lineup, that light roast.
You know, Spencer, that is my favorite. That's my favorite. Thank you for the bag the other day. It's awesome.
You're welcome.
What about you, Polly? What are you drinking?
Like I said, I've already had my pot of coffee, and which is the pink bag of Road Dog coffee. So I've changed to a Diet Coke.
In her Louis Vuitton cup or a Louis Vuitton wrapped cup. That's great. Oh, that's freaking awesome. Well, I am drinking my second favorite coffee, which is Cafe Bustelo. That's because I ran out of pods. I'm waiting on my new shipment of Black Dog pods to get here. I need to just do a subscription on that thing.
And, most smart people kind of do that, but.
Well, dude, I don't pay attention. I run out of coffee. I drink so much coffee. I drink like 3 or 4, 10-ounce cups a day, man. So like I drink a pretty good amount of coffee. And then on the shows, we do shows in the afternoon. I usually drink coffee, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, like a freaking psychopath. So, I go through it, man. So I didn't realize I was almost gone, but,
you have to be, it's about efficiency in trucking, man.
I know.
That's right. Learn anything.
But we also
you could always have that backup bag and then the refillable pod. So there would never be a reason you're not drinking Road Dog coffee.
Well, we do have some. I have some expedited here, but in all fairness, it was given to me, but my son has been making iced coffee out of it, and so he's claimed it as his, and so I don't want to make some of his coffee and then he yell at me when he doesn't have his iced coffee. So but awesome. we could also flip this and say, this could just be that Spencer's not as good of a friend as he tells me he is, because a good friend would know that I would be running out of coffee, and you'd be like, man, I should probably send my boy some coffee before he runs out. So just saying, Spencer.
Good point.
Hey, could you add me to that friend list?
Yeah, right.
I most certainly will do that.
Then I'm never out of coffee.
That's right.
Definitely take care of that. I will ask you this, because I was going to actually text you, Polly, on this one, but the Women Truckers bag, I was thinking about when we go through another, and I will get your opinion on it, go through another order of the coffee bags. I was thinking about redesigning it and taking off the image of the women and putting just more of like a how like Wonder Woman had to have a big W or something like that. Same pink bag and all this is like a big W.
Yeah.
Or something. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on that, on the redesign, if I were to decide to redesign it.
I would have to think on that, because as a woman, it screams woman right there. If you see the lady, maybe Oh, I don't know. Let me think on that because I really liked seeing the ladies on the front. That just
Yeah.
tells me it's the women in truckings,
Mhm.
So I think the original looks good.
Okay.
So what's the idea behind the redesigning of it?
No, just to kind of shake it up a little bit. I mean, just put the big W on there because women are super women in trucking, and they're this whole month is paying homage to women truckers and what they go through with cancer awareness and cancer and I don't know. I just figured the big
Yeah.
W like Wonder Woman, because
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. I mean, like some of the women truckers that used to drive for us back in the day, they were still trying to manage the home front, out on the road, or I was just, I don't know. They're just. I've always thought like my grandmother. She died of cancer, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
she had breast cancer. Then she went to pancreatic cancer. That is what really got her. And I always, my grandfather would always refer to her as a Wonder Woman, like a super lady. And
Yeah.
I don't know, just an idea, but no, I mean, I like the original design too. There's definitely nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it.
I don't know. I'd love to, maybe a small poll out there to find
Yeah,
out, kind of what women truly are feeling, not just people like myself sitting in advertising on this side of my life.
right.
I don't know. I really want to know what people think, not just throw it out
Yeah,
there and see if somebody wants to live with it. But
yeah,
I do love the idea of, celebrating women, especially every month. You're
right.
right. Women in trucking. I've never driven. My father drove for 54 years, but I was in a truck every summer as long as I could go. And he was gone for 54 years, way longer than I was alive when he was alive. But um, there is so much when you're out there, and then you still have to go home and take care of everything at home,
Right.
because men come home to the honeydew list,
Mhm.
women come home to mom's home, and
That's right.
so that's
That is
that's a
right.
hard side. So
Yeah, and I was reading a statistic the other day that it really surprises me a little bit just because of the industry from years ago when I was, when I had my trucking company. There was that big push to get more female truck drivers just because the insurance rates dropped with female truck drivers, the accident rates, not everything was
right.
lower. But because the numbers are skewed, but there's only like it was the report I read, it was like 12% of women make up trucking,
Hmm.
as drivers. So yeah, I mean, I think we definitely need to get more women on the road driving and get more women
Right.
exposed to the industry. But you're right, I mean, they juggle a lot. So
They do. And not only women, we need to um, get more we need to educate people out there that trucking is not what we're seeing on TV. We're
right.
not it's not what we're seeing on the big billboards. Trucking is actually what keeps America moving, and there are
Yeah.
human beings behind those wheels.
Amen.
And not everyone is that person who is doing something that the TV found, or that's now on the news. There's respectful truckers out there that deserve respect, and we need to respect them every day, because I get on that soapbox of take the food out of your mouth and the clothes off your back before you start wondering and complaining about a truck driver.
Oh yeah.
Touch a truck, find out what it's like. If you don't know what a fifth wheel is, how about you ask a driver, hey, so how is that connected to a trailer? It is amazing what people don't know about a truck.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lifestyle, but when I was back in my early days with Allstate Express, I was doing like the recruiting and orientation
Hmm.
and stuff like that. And I'd always tell the drivers that would come through there, you're kind of like a glorified RV in a way, you're kind of getting paid to see the country,
Yes.
you're just like you're a traveling wheelbarrow, so um I mean, it's a cool industry. I've always loved it since I was a kid. And I've always been fascinated with it. You always go down the road, doing you getting on the pull
Oh
off.
yeah.
They can't do that really anymore because they can get a ticket for it. But
Yeah.
yeah, but they go through a lot. think enough people realize what our men and women drivers out there go through. And it goes all the way back to the people working in the DCs, right? Get the shipments ready to load the trucks and make sure
Oh, yeah.
that the economy is not disrupted and it keeps flowing. But
Mhm.
ultimately it comes down to the man or woman behind that wheel, and they're on a mission to get it there in a certain time, and that they're dealing with traffic, the four-wheeler. It's just there's a lot of moving parts as a driver, and I just like I said, I mean that's why I started Road Dog Coffee Company is during 2020 when every time you turn on the news, it was, all about our truckers and we can't live without our truckers. And then 21 comes around, or the forgotten man and woman. And then, everybody drinks coffee, right? So why not showcase the industry through coffee to keep that industry in front of our, the general public that's not in trucking, right? Or doesn't have anything to do with transportation, but they're still learning about it through coffee, and they're enjoying some great coffee, which I hope people think is great coffee, but, yeah. So, I mean, it's, I feel like, and that's why I launched the podcast, and I've got Road Dog Cigar Company coming out. We're going to launch that. That's going to officially launch at Stars, Stripes, and White Lines. We're actually going to have our tent there with cigars to sell and ashtrays and lighters and all sorts of stuff. So, I'm just, we're trying to do our part to pay homage back to the industry and keep it out in the forefront. And then, just like this month with, the cancer awareness, we wanted to showcase our women that are in trucking, either as a driver or you're a family member of a truck driver, but that were affected, by cancer or knew someone who was affected by cancer.
Right.
And just kind of, bring their stories out, so, like with you, I know that you're a cancer survivor. So of what was it, 23 years or something?
23 years.
Yeah.
Yep. July was 23 years. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it affected you, right? So
it did. From diagnosis to surgery, you don't know what you're getting ready to go through. And then when you finally get to that 5-year mark and they say, okay, you're good, but we're going to keep an eye on you. And now it's 23 years later. I mean, I don't feel like the 5-year survivor anymore. I want those people to be recognized way before me, because they're the ones that are still going through, the first 5 years of, just, oh shit, now what? Because there is so much after all of the surgeries and the treatments and everything else, the changes in your life, physically, emotionally, it takes a long time to get over. Just because they say you're cancer free, you're not results free, because it changes your life forever.
Yeah. It's the mental side of it too, where just knowing that, you were affected by it, that, it could have went in a different direction. Thank God that yours went in a positive direction, but so many women out there, it like my grandmother, she had breast cancer. She had one of her breasts removed. And then, we thought she was fine. And years later, guess what? It shows up and it's pancreatic cancer.
Right.
And that, she didn't survive that. So, I mean, it's a mental mind, game. It plays with you as well. It's just,
yesterday someone had read, challenge questions that go out over email, and it said, what is the age a woman should be tested for breast cancer? 35, or it was 32, 35, or 40. Well, unfortunately, it's 40 because insurance doesn't cover it before that. And so my breast cancer, I was 36 years old.
Wow.
And it was just a blessing that it was found. Emily Bottom, Jacob and Emily Bottom, bless her, she survived it, and what is this? She's going on a year, cancer free now. So, you just, and thankfully, I guess she was over 40. So thankfully that was, found, but something has to be changed, that it needs to be something that is tested early. and covered, so that women feel like they're not taking away from their families, to make sure they're alive the next 10 years. So.
Right. And yeah, it's right. And thank God that she's being,
Yes.
cleared, but, and it's just living with the unknown. Is it going to show back up again? You
Mhm.
still have that always in the back of your mind, is it going to pop back up?
Spencer, annually, you still have that pop back into your head.
Mhm.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And so a little anxiety, I don't think about it on a daily basis anymore.
No.
At all. Annually, you think about it, but other than that, no. But I'm so sorry about your grandmother.
Oh, no, that's, I appreciate that. Yeah. That was years and years ago. That was, Lord, that was a long time ago. I think it was back in the 80s.
Wow.
Or late 80s as when she passed. But Pedro, you're awful quiet back there.
That's what I was thinking.
Bro, I'm just listening to the guest, man. Just listening to the guest tell her story. And this is your show. This isn't my show. This is the Spencer Squire Road Dog Coffee podcast.
Yeah,
I'm just the producer. I'm only the producer.
Oh, nice.
I'm the face of everything. No, I'm the pretty face.
I'm the pretty face. You do have a pretty face. Not as pretty as Polly's, but yours is pretty.
Okay.
No, man. I'm like I said, just enjoying the talk. I mean, it sounds weird to say enjoy, but I haven't had cancer, but I've been through my share of long-term like medical things. So, and it's like, it's good. I like hearing other people's stories of perseverance. You know what I mean? When you're faced with something that is literally trying to freaking kill you, and how do you, as a human being, take that, and deal with that. And then once you survive it, if you're lucky enough to survive it, what do you do with the time that you have after that? You know what I'm saying? Cancer isn't a thing in our family, really. My dad's had skin cancer and he's had prostate cancer, but he's the only one. And he had an outside job. So that's where skin cancer stuff came from. So I say that I don't really understand that, but I've since have friends like, I always say Nick, cause Nick Klingensmith has opened my eyes to the struggle of medical stuff. I mean, that dude's had cancer 3 times, 4 times, and all different kinds, and he said, he's like, every time you beat it, it's like a new lease on life, like, what am I going to do moving forward and make this time that I just got back count? So I don't know. I like hearing people's stories of perseverance, man, and overcoming. The human mind and will to live is, it's one of the strong. Actually, the will to live, period. That is a primal animal instinct, man, and it is the most powerful thing on the face of the planet. When it comes between you and death, and you have any slim chance of fighting that, man, how far a human and the humans around them will go to protect them and help them, survive. Right. It's quite an amazing thing, man. It really is.
Well, yeah. Last week we had Gina Jones on the show, and she spoke to, about the melanoma, right? So it's all about being proactive. And if you feel a lump, or if you have something develop on your skin, because, Polly, one thing, I don't know if you heard the show last week, but one thing that, and I didn't even really think about it myself, is as a driver going down the road, if you're driving, you got your arm up here, right? So you got the sun coming through, and then you're outside, a lot, if you're getting your truck unloaded or whatever, you're outside the truck a lot. But anyway, if you see a spot, feel a lump, whatever, it's about being proactive and go get checked. Don't take it for granted. Don't brush it off, because it's a serious thing. I mean, she had a great story to tell last week too.
Oh yeah. When my father passed, that is something we noticed, and we noticed as he got older, but we noticed that his left side, because he drove for so long, was so different, and his hands were they didn't match. Right. And, immediately, even as in a car, you need to put sunblock on, because if you drive a lot, like I'm a road warrior, that's why I drink Road Dog coffee. I put on sunblock because, if you don't want to look darker on one side than the other, especially as a woman, but definitely, because it does change you. It changes everything about you driving. So see a spot, go have it checked.
Yeah, yeah, amen to that. Yeah, you gotta be proactive, and you gotta
Yes.
hit it head on. You gotta address the problem before it becomes a problem, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Absolutely.
like with you working for Bennett Family Companies, which is a phenomenal company, that by the way,
It
awesome
is.
people.
Except for
they
that
get
David guy, he's questionable.
yeah, yeah. I mean, hey,
I mean,
but
yeah, he's pretty awesome.
I feel like they do a lot. They do a lot and get behind a lot of things, and
Mhm.
you know they're a true company that cares about its
Yes.
employees, obviously, and their drivers. I've heard a lot of stories about how wonderful they've been to work for, and I know you're blessed to be there. So
I am. I am. I am blessed to be there. When they talk about faith, family, and freedom, they
yeah,
live it. I mean,
yeah,
you know, if you're in a meeting, they begin, meals are with prayer, and the meetings and we're talking about women in trucking, and that is an original woman in trucking.
it
Taylor,
is.
and you can still come to our office, and she is still there most days,
Yep.
and still day-to-day business. And it is a great company, and I am blessed. I'm just a contractor for them, but what I do is I feel like part of the
No,
part
you're part of the family though. Still,
I
I mean,
am
you
every
are.
day. Yes.
You're like an extension, but you're like a redheaded cousin, right?
Yes. How did
Pedro.
you know I was a natural redhead? Someone told you. Yes. So
But yeah, it is a great crew over there at Bennett, and they do a great job. But
you know
you
what I'm
know
excited about, Bennett,
what?
is the show and having you guys all there. I
Yeah,
am so excited you guys are going to make it there. You're going to, show off your new cigars, which is already the talk of the town. I've had a couple of people tell me they're excited for you to be there to
yeah,
showcase your new cigars. So that's
yeah,
awesome.
and it's going to be, we're going to be side by side. So
Yes.
coffee will be right inside the door, right outside the door. We'll have the cigar stuff set up. Probably, a guys will be enjoying cigars. So, and we're going to have Black Dog, Long Haul, and Highways and Heroes is the first three we're launching.
Cool.
Just for anybody who's listening that's a big cigar connoisseur, the Highways and Heroes is a Connecticut wrapper, Long Haul is a Corojo wrapper, and obviously Black Dog is a Maduro wrapper. All smooth, 10-year age tobacco. These are true premium cigars. They're not gimmicky cigars. They're not those kind of like cigars you see people just giving away on a golf course that, all right, here you go, pick these up for, whatever. I had some labels thrown on them. It's not like that. This is legit, legit stuff. And I'm excited and pumped up about it. I know Pedro is. He's going to learn to be a cigar smoker.
Well, I told you, man. I used to be big into cigars, dude. Like, I
We're going
mean,
to get you back big again.
I stopped having people to smoke cigars with, and I'm not a go to a cigar lounge person. Like, two people is all I need, but all my neighbors that smoked like moved away, and the only person that still smokes cigars I know is my oldest son. But he lives 30 miles away, and he works 60, 70 hours a week, so we don't get a lot of time. But I just love cigars, dude. I'm one of the few people that I'm only one of 3 people that I know that has had a real authentic Cuban cigar. From Cuba. I live near a military base, so you can't buy them here, but you can import them. You know what I mean? You can buy them somewhere else, bring them in, or whatever like that. And so I had a friend, he bought I don't know, a lot of them, and in Germany when he flew back from Afghanistan. And bro, we smoked Cuban cigars like they were Marlboro Reds for like 2 months, man. They were just like abundant. So
you'll like the cigars, because our cigars are from the DR. Dominican Republic. So that's we can get the Cuban tobacco.
I was just about to say that, man. My favorite cigar, until I have one of yours, my favorite cigar, if I had to go right now and get one, it is the brand is Acid, and I can't remember the exact one, but it was the first cigar I ever had, and the tip of it has like a natural sweetness from the cigar, from the tobacco leaf. So dude, it's such a pleasant cigar. So I
They're
can't
actually
wait, bro.
they're actually dipped, by the way.
Oh, are they? Well, whatever. I
But,
was told. It was,
so with you, so you just said all your friends moved away. So are you wanting me to move to Texas so you and I can hang out more and smoke cigars more
of
now?
course, bro. Duh. I've been looking to buy a compound.
You guys have to move to Georgia close and then have a poker night. And then Bill will be there smoking cigars and playing poker with you guys. That's what he misses. His Thursday night cigar poker games.
And that'll work because Jimmy Durden lives like 10 miles away from Polly. Yeah. So we could always just be, it was so funny. Yeah, Polly we were at Texas Trucking Show and she was talking about where she lived at and she said something and Jimmy turned around and he said it back to her and she goes, yeah, and he's like, I live like 5 minutes from there. And Polly realized they're basically neighbors, man. So small world.
Wait, I saw you at the store the other day. So you know who else you have got to make sure you get a cigar over to is David Lowery. He loves a good cigar.
Okay.
So you have to. He is a cigar guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do that. And it's our first, I mean, it's my first show, my first time ever coming to the show. So I'm pumped about it. I'm really excited. And I'm excited to launch it. And I will say this, we're not going to have it ready to launch at the show, but just FYI, I've ordered the proof of it. I'll have the proof by the show, but I guess we're going to do it. It's kind of like a soft launch, but we're going to soft launch our Smoking the Bandit bag at Star Stripes and White Lines.
Oh, wow.
Yep. The proof is on its way. The manufacturer's running a little bit behind on production because this are kind of busy time. So we're not going to have the coffee for sale there, but we will have it ready so if somebody wants to we'll do like a pre-sale, right? So people can still buy it at the show. Yeah. They'll see what the bag looks like on a flat, like the image and stuff. And then after that, it'll ship probably within 2 to 2.5 weeks after the show. It'll start, we'll get the bags, get them filled, and then they'll start shipping out. So, got cigars launching at the show. Got Smoking the Bandit launching at the show. And that's the best place to launch Smoking the Bandit is at a racetrack, right?
So exactly. So tell me, is that going to be a blend that I like the lighter, like
it's going to be a dark, it's going to be a dark roast, with smoky undertones, because Smoking the Bandit, but yeah, I mean, I think you'll like it. I do. Okay. I think you'll like it.
I'll try it.
I mean, once I get out, I'm going to send you a bag anyway.
Okay. So, Hey, Pedro, you heard that. You're the witness. That he's sending me a bag of coffee.
The very first one, and they're stamped number 1 of whatever. So when Polly gets hers, it better be stamped number 1, first bag, numero uno.
And I wanted autograph too. Thank you.
Yes, and autograph. There you go. There you go.
I actually had a lady at Semi Casual that asked me about that. I told her we were coming out with it, and I showed her the image of it. Mm-hmm. She's like, I want to buy like 2 or 3 of them. And I want you to autograph one because I'm going to put it on my mantle and never open it. I'm like, why do you don't need my autograph. You need like, somebody famous, but I mean, I'll do it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's going to be coming out. Like I said, we'll do pre-sales at the show. People can go ahead and then it'll ship like 2 to 2.5 weeks after that.
What you need to make sure you have at the show is a Sharpie so that when people want your autograph, you autograph it.
There you go, Spencer. There you go, bro.
I actually signed 2 long haul bags at the Mayberry Truck Show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I mean, hey, if I need to be coffee trucking famous, I'll be coffee trucking famous.
I saw those bags. I saw those bags on sale for eBay. Actually, someone was trying to get someone to, they were like negative $5. I'm just saying, hey. There was a bid on people not to buy them. They were like, I'll give you $20 to keep that.
I mean, I got my money out of it, so I don't care what you do with it. Hell, you can put it in your bathtub and take a bath in it. I don't care. You can smell it, but it doesn't smell like coffee. But
you smell like coffee and your dog does because they jump in.
Yeah, we had God, who was it that was asking me about doing a coffee candle? And there's a coffee. There's a coffee manufacturer here in North Carolina that, Bath and Body Works used to have it was called Campfire Coffee candle. They discontinued it, and then it came out with one called Paris that had a cafe, but more of a stronger coffee smell to it. But there's a company here in North Carolina that they have a candle called Coffee, and they still make it, to my knowledge, and it's phenomenal. It just smells great. So maybe we partner with them and do like a Road Dog coffee candle that I don't know.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
I need a coffee candle in here.
Yeah, and coffee, when you smell coffee, it does affect the senses. I mean, it's a proven fact. I mean, it really kind of gets you stimulated, like because it's such a pleasant smell, especially when it's been roasted and fresh roasted and all that. But just the smell of coffee, in the morning, just kind of gets you,
See, that's what I was trying to tell you when we were trying to figure out the whole cigar thing until we understood the smoking policy inside the track.
Oh, yeah.
Which is only smoking outside any buildings. I wasn't, you're like, you want me to grind up an expensive cigar for people to smell? That's not what I meant. I meant,
No, I know. What I was going to do is like just go light up a cigar and take a jar and open the jar and blow smoke down it and shut the jar real quick and come back and just open it back up for people, But no, that's kind of something stupid Pedro would do, right? But
well, he gave me such crap, Pedro, when I told him that. I'm like, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I mean, just like the coffee thing when it smells.
I'm with Polly. You should cut up those cigars, bro. Yeah. People
I'll tell you what, you wait for that day to happen. I'll tell you, don't hold your breath on that one.
Dude, I love man.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to be
giving ideas, girl ideas. What do you want from me?
Yeah. Dude, dude, so what you could do is you could crack it open and then you could burn it like a potpourri. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go. That's exactly what she could do, man.
Put a little coffee in it. But I'll tell you what, an interesting fact that cigars smoking and the population of women who are getting into cigar smoking is crazy. You go to cigar lounges and you're seeing more and more women smoking cigars now. And there was right up the road here. This was like years ago, but when the country clubs up the road actually had a women's cigar club back, years and years ago. Then it kind of died off, but now it's kind of like coming back around. But so maybe we'll come out with a women truckers themed cigar because all the rings will match the coffee bags and stuff. So it might do something like that. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I had a best friend she would smoke a cigar if we were out, drinking at a bar. So
yeah,
it happens.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But anyway, I know we've got to wrap this thing up. I know Pedro's got more important things to do than yip yap on the airwaves, and he's got freight to book and money to make, right?
Go, Pedro.
Trying, bro. Trying my best. Yeah. No. I got all my stuff booked. I'm just gonna get to doing some prospecting. That's all, man. That's all I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know Polly's got a full day, but
we're how many days out from the show? So
we are literally 2 weeks technically. Yeah. I mean, literally 2 weeks. Everyone would be there 2 weeks from today on Thursday.
Yeah.
Right.
So come Monday, the week of the show, we're going to be having drivers, owners, especially elite coming in, getting ready. So yeah, it's Hell Week in a few days.
No,
Hell Week. That's funny.
I would not want. I wouldn't want that job to try and get all that set up and have to deal with the logistics of that. There's no.
It is the most fun. I designed Walmarts before I retired, and this is probably the most fun I've ever had. And I thought that was an amazing job.
Yeah, be a fun job. But
all right. Well, now we know who to blame for Walmart.
That's right.
There we go.
Every time I walk in there and I go, why is that not? Oh yeah, I pulled into a Walmart one day to have my oil changed, and we took the oil change out of a lot of them because of the lack of ability to even remember to put an oil plug back in. Yeah. And they were my client, not my employer. But I went, oh, that's right. oh, I took it out. But at the direction of, them, not myself. But yes,
Yeah.
self-checkouts.
Well, I'm stoked about it. So I'm hoping that everybody who's listening will
Yes.
try and make it out to the show, and check all the festivities and enjoy the time there, and talk with some wonderful people and make some new friends, and stop by the coffee tent, the cigar tent, check it out. And if you go to roaddogcoffee.com, grab some coffee. You can go to Amazon, the Road Dog Coffee Company, have our Amazon store. Hopefully this week we'll be officially launching on Target's website, and
Wow.
Walmart's coming next. So
Congratulations.
and then in the process of building the cigar website, that'll be roaddogcigar.com. So keep watching for that. And if you want to subscribe to the newsletter, go to roaddogcoffee.com, be a subscriber, subscribe to the podcast. You'll be notified of all the good stuff that's coming. And use Pedro's code Lounge15. Go get some coffee. Use the 15% discount.
Cool.
But before we go though, Polly, we want to give you a chance to, what do you have left to say? Do you want to elaborate some more on what everyone can expect from Star Stripes and White Lines? Talk a little bit about Bennett. Give yourself some plugs and some love.
Thanks. I would love all that. So I'll do it in. Let's do it in a fast minute. So, what to expect when you come out to the show? We have an elite division, which is in the red carpet area. That is, they're going to be limited mileage. They're just show trucks. We have limited combos. Come out and see them. Give them some love. But we're expecting over 300 wash and park general registration trucks that, every day they're on the road doing what America needs them to do. And then they take time out to come out and come to these shows. And we're going to have 2 nights of concerts. Tony Justice on Friday night. We have Long Haul Paul Saturday night about noon.
Love that guy.
And then we have Walt Richards. He's going to be playing at 6:30 on Saturday night. And we have Mark Ware starting at 8. Entrance is free. It's $10 to park is all it is to get to the show. We have a golf ball drop. $100 per golf ball can win you up to $10,000. And we drop those out of a helicopter. So just so much, come see all the great vendors. Thank you guys for coming. Hook up with Pedro's, learn what he does on the side of not just booking late, these loads and freight, but, you guys are amazing. And what I do want to say is my passion is these truck shows. Truck shows, they honestly raise money for great causes. They're not just there to promote these trucks. They're raising money to help with their local charities, with their communities, to make a difference. And Star Stripes and White Lines, because we are a national championship show, we have 6 qualifiers each year that we pick our elite professionally judged trucks out of. And those shows alone, they've raised over $500,000 this year for their charities together. So please, if you coming to ours, where Wreaths Across America benefits from our show, come and meet these people, because they're also going to be at our show from these qualifiers and see their trucks that they bring.
Yeah. And, I'm glad Wreaths Across America. I mean, I love those guys. We're the official coffee for those guys. So,
you are.
It's going to be great to see them there and hanging out with them. And as far as, the Road Dog Coffee podcast, now, Pedro, we're doing live from the show. We're not going to do it that Thursday. We're going to do it Saturday morning live from the show.
Yes, we are.
So
if you're a good boy. Only if you're good.
I will be a good boy. So we may make it like an hour show, just kind of hanging out. So if you're at the show, you're a driver, or you're in the industry, whatever, stop by, sit down for a few minutes, let Pedro and myself kind of beat up on you a little bit, and tell your story. If you've got a story to tell, love to hear it. But yeah, definitely take advantage of that. Find us and come on the show. We'd love to have anybody that wants to just kind of sit down for a second, have a conversation.
So who is the official guest? Have you got anyone lined up you want to tell us about?
Not yet. Not yet. Working on a couple of things, but it's just kind of going. It's just going to be a just casual over coffee conversation show. It's just anybody that wants to pop in and pop out.
Yeah.
But,
Make sure to have a couple of coffee cups there so that they can enjoy coffee while they're on with you. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll definitely be.
You're
doing
fired, Spencer. We'll let Polly handle all this. Jesus God, man.
Hey,
she's already got it all figured out, man.
I've always been a good marketing. I've always loved marketing and stuff, and been, I guess, fairly decent at it with things. But she's like taking the shit to a whole nother level, man. She's just killing me over here.
What do you think I do every day? I manage truck shows. I make sure, just like you and I are working on, grab a cup. Let's talk for our recruiting department.
That's right. Have a conversation.
Yes.
That's how everything gets started, is over a conversation.
Yes, that's right. A conversation, and usually breakfast with a coffee.
That's right. And friends.
Because when you walk in a meeting, they don't say, "Would you like a beer?" They say, "Would you like coffee or a water?"
At Pedro's house, they do.
Maybe that's why at my house they do. You come in here, you want a beer?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why people hate meetings. You're serving the wrong beverages.
That's right.
Sorry.
We have a margarita hour at 10 a.m. I'm telling you, everyone's coming to that meeting.
It's Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Hey, and if they stick around long enough, there's a whole lot of deals, a lot of contracts will be signed.
That's
right.
What? I didn't sign that. I don't remember that. Way to take advantage of people, Pedro. I love that.
No, hey, brother. Hey, sales. Got to have them good sales tactics, man. Get in there like that. All right.
That's the side of my life that I'm in. I'm a part owner with an advertising company, so that's my side.
Love it. Love it.
Well, we're gonna let Polly get to her deal, Spencer get to you, me get to mine, and let all y'all out there get to your day. We had a really great conversation with you, Polly. Like, we really appreciate you coming on and hanging out. And we, again, seriously can't wait to see y'all, hang out with y'all in a few weeks. The truck shows really have become like a every month or two, like, family friend reunion kind of deal. That's really what they turn into. It's really just an excuse at the end of the day for all of us to just hang out and be around the things that we love, which is trucks. So can't wait to do that.
Yeah.
And
January is where are my friends?
Exactly. Yeah.
Truck show season doesn't kick off for a while, so I'm excited to see you guys. Thanks so much for inviting me on. You're the best.
Yeah, and everybody go to YouTube and subscribe to the Road Dog Coffee Podcast at Road Dog Coffee Podcast. Subscribe and stay in tune with the industry, what's going on. It's caffeine, trucking, and everything else, right? So, who knows what the conversation will be week to week. There's not a lot of structure to this thing.
No point. There's no point to structure in a podcast, I think. Fun, you got to have it fun, and to have fun, you just got to kind of, stand at the edge and just let whatever happens. Right. You know what I mean? Right. And try not to get canceled that day. It's like
a good horror movie. Everybody is on the edge of their seat waiting for what comes next.
That's it. Behind the door.
That's it, right? All right, everyone, y'all have a good one. Make sure that you go even if you're not plan on being in the Atlanta area in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, Stars, Stripes, and White Lines at Atlanta Motor Speedway, now Echo Park Speedway. Make sure y'all go out. Like Polly said, free to attend. $10 parking, benefits reads across America. Going to have a ton of great trucks out there, a lot of great people for you to meet and hang out with. And it's going to be the end of the year. That is the end of the year shebang right there, man. And so y'all got to miss. Y'all cannot miss it. You got to make it. We will see y'all all next week, next Thursday, 8 a.m., 8 a.m. Central, 9 Eastern. My brain is glitching, bro. I need another cup of coffee.
Or you need another beer, right?
It's too early for beer right now. But maybe I don't know. Maybe that is what the problem is. All right, everyone have a good one. We'll see everyone next week. As Spencer said, go follow Road Dog Coffee Podcast, follow the Logistics Lounge, and with that, I say
be safe on the road. Be safe.
There you go. Be safe. Chunk them deuces. We are out, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.
Later, Polly. Have a great one.